What's up, guys? Welcome back to my podcast. And today we are going to be going over every NHL team's. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over if every NHL team lost their captain, who would the new captain be? This is a good, interesting question. A good topic, something to think about. And we're gonna jump straight into it. Hold up, let me search up every NHL team's captain. I said NGL, and I don't need to do that. I typed a little too fast there. NHL team's captains. List of NHL captains. I'm calling out some of my old tabs. Okay. So right now the Ducks have no captain. So I'm gonna search up the lines and then I'm gonna see what should the captain be, So Leo Carlson, maybe. Troy Terry, I think Troy Terry could definitely be. I think I'm gonna go with then I'm gonna go with Ryan Strome. He's been there for a long time. He's old enough to have a leadership role with this group. I think it should be Ryan Strome. Boston Bruins is Brad Marchand. I think it should go to Charlie McAvoy if it wasn't for Brad Marchand. McAvoy's been there for his entire career. He's been continuing to be there, and he's such a good piece of that team as well. Buffalo Sabres, they have no captain. I would give it to Rasmus Dahlin. He's a relatively young defenseman. He's still old enough to have some captaincy, I believe, in my opinion. And he's super good. I know that's not what a captain's supposed to be, but if he's good, that definitely helps. For sure. The Flames, Mikael Backlund, I think they should probably Jonathan Hoop. No, Mackenzie Weegar, I think. He's been in the league for quite a few years now. I think he would be good captain for this team. Carolina Hurricanes, Jordan Staal, probably Sebastian Aho. He's been there through the ups and downs of the team through basically his entire career. So I would give it to Sebastian Aho. Colorado Avalanche, Gabriel Landeskog. I'd give it to it's either Nathan McKinnon and Cam McCullough. Probably Nathan McKinnon because he's been there for a little longer than Cam McCullough. And I think Nathan McKinnon, especially what he's been doing with should deserve it. But Cam McCullough obviously deserves it. Absolutely. No argument against the fact that he doesn't deserve it neither. But I would give it to Nathan McKinnon. Going Blue Jacket, Boone Jenner, probably, honestly, Adam Fantilli. I know he's super young, but first of all, he's going to develop very quickly, in my opinion. Second of all, I think he's already going to be a good leader. Third of all, I think he's so good, and he's so good for the future. One of the best prospects, if not their best prospect. And he's already got a year of NHL experience, so I would give it to Adam Fantilli. Dallas Stars, Jamie Benn. I think I'd give it to Miro Heiskanen because he's a defenseman. I think he'd be a really good captain, and obviously, as I said before, he's good, so it always helps if you're good. Detroit, Dylan Larkin. Dylan Larkin is such a good captain. He's been through the ups and downs, but I would give it to Mo Seider if it wasn't for Dylan Larkin because of the fact that he's been through the ups and downs. He's super good and he's young. McDavid for the Oilers, man, I don't know if it wasn't for him. Probably Draisaitl because he's always been McDavid and Draisaitl have always been the 1-2 punch in Edmonton. So I think if McDavid's not, it's got to go to Draisaitl. Barkov, man, it's such same thing as Dylan Larkin. He's like the perfect captain. For the Florida Panthers, but I give it to Matthew Tkachuk, especially what he did 2 years ago when their Stanley Cup run that year, and last year how important he was all throughout the year, regular season and postseason for the postseason run, and just how good he truly was. He is, I should say, not was he, how good he truly is, and how good he will be for this team, and how good he has been. I'll give it to Matthew Tkachuk. Los Angeles Kings, Andre Kopitar currently, but I'll give it to Drew Doughty if Andre Kopitar lost it for some odd reason. I would definitely give it to Drew Doughty. Him and Andre Kopitar are two Los Angeles Kings legends, and they're still playing there, so you might as well give it to one of them too. But it's a wild Jared Spurgeon. I'll give it to Krill. No Joe and Eck. I would understand that, but Krill is going to be the best player and has been the best player for the past couple of years. I think he'd be a great leader, honestly, over there. Montreal, Nick Suzuki, again, same with Barkov and Lockie. He's such a good captain, but I would give it to, I think, Mike Matheson, because he's been there for a while. His experience, I think he would be a very great leader. That's for Roman Yossi. He's such a great captain, too. I'd give it to Phil Forsberg, because Yossi and Forsberg have been there for a long time, so I'd give it to him. Devils, again, Nico Hischier is such a good captain. I would think I'd give it to Jack Hughes, I believe. I think I would give it to Jack Hughes. Been there for a few years, but he's developing. I think that he would be a good leader for that team. New York Islanders, Anders Lee's a great captain, but I'll give it to, I think, Noah Dobson, I think, actually, I would give it to. He's a young defenseman, he still has a couple years under his belt. I think he'd be a great leader for them. Rangers, Jacob Trouba, he's not that good of a captain. I don't even know if he's going to be there by the end of the year. I don't even know if he's going to be there to start the year. I don't know. But I think I would give it to Mika Zibanejad. He's been in the league so many years. Not so many years. He's been in there for probably close, if not longer than a decade. He's been through so many ups and downs with so many different teams. He's made it to deep playoff runs before. He knows what it's like to be on a bad team and a good team. And he's one of the best players, too. So I'll give it to Mika Zibanejad. Brady Tkachuk is center. She's a great captain too, but I think I would give it to Tim Stützle because he's so young. He has some veteran leader. He has a couple years under his belt. I think that it would be good. They could be a good captain. Sean Couturier for the Flyers. I would think I would give it to Charles Konechny. He's young. He's developing. He still has a couple years under his belt again, but he just signed an 8-year, $8.5 million. 8 years. $8.5 million per year for 8 years earlier today, so he's there for the next 8 years, so I think he'll be captain for the next 8 years. Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby, if he for some reason lost the captaincy, I would give it to, I think, Evgeny Malkin. Either Evgeny Malkin or Crystal Tang. I think I would actually give it to Crystal Tang. He's been there for so long, great veteran. I think he would have a lot of good leadership. He'll learn a lot from Sidney Crosby over the years. The Sharks, Logan Couture, yeah. A great captain for them. Who else would be the captain? Maybe Eklund, maybe Eklund, because he's actually the only one of the 3 prospects I'm really looking out for that actually has a year under the belt. So yeah. Seattle Kraken, no captain. I think I would give it to Brandon Montour. I get he hasn't been with that team very long, but he actually hasn't played a game with that team. But I think he's been through it in the league for so many years. I think he could learn a lot from Barkov in his years with Florida previously, so I think that he could definitely take some of that info that he got from Barkov, translate it to his own captaincy role, and I think he could elevate the team in the leadership role. Maple Leaf, John Tavares, he's a great captain, but I think I would give it to Austin Matthews. Otherwise, he's still relatively young. He's still got like 9 years under his belt. No, 8 years under his belt. About to be 9 after this upcoming year, but 8 years under his belt right now. 69 goals for last year, the best player. I think he'd be a great captain. Utah Club, they have no captain right now, but I think I would give it to Clayton Keller. He's been there for a few years. He's so young, the best player. So yeah, I would give it to Clayton Keller. Give it to Canucks Quinn. He's great captain, but I think I'll give it to JT Miller because he's been there for a few years and he's a veteran. And he knows how to be a leader. Vegas Mark Stone, very good captain, but I think I'd give it to Jack Eichel. Actually, no, yeah, I'll give it to Jack Eichel. He's the best player in my opinion. And I think that he is so good, and I think he'd be a great leader. 2 more. Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals is so hard to make up for that guy, but I think to fill his shoes. But I think I'll give it to John Carlson because he's been there with Ovi for a long time, and he's been with that Capitals team for a very long time. So I think I'll give it to John Carlson, the number 1 defenseman, and the Winnipeg Jets is Adam Lowry. I think I'll give it to Kyle Connor because of the fact that he's been there for a long time and he's still super good. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Today's a short episode. Tomorrow's gonna be a little bit longer because I'm gonna go over my list. I already made, by the way, of the best left wingers on every team ranked. So I had my best left wingers on every team, and then I ranked those 32 left wingers from 32 to 1. I have the list pre-made, and I'm gonna go over it tomorrow, and I think that's gonna be a longer episode tomorrow. I'm gonna do the same things: right wings, centers, defensemen, and goalies coming up. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention today's like the season finale. Tomorrow is going to be episode 1 of season 3, the season opener for season 3. So I will see you in season 3 tomorrow.